And good afternoon. Welcome to Charlie Brown Memorial Field, Game 2, Day 1 of the 2025 Valley City Midsummer American Legion Baseball Classic. And Game 2 featuring the Grafton Spoilers taking on Oaks Post 36. Both teams playing game number 1 on the young season here in Legion Ball. Welcome back to Charlie Brown Memorial Field. Paul McDonald with you here live on YouTube and the Valley City Baseball Association streaming page. We appreciate you joining us for Legion Baseball. We will have a full slate of games all weekend long. 4 games today, tomorrow, and on Sunday, culminating with that championship Sunday afternoon around 5:30. Well, let's take a look at our starting lineups in this second game. Game 1, of course, behind the strong pitching performance of Chase Hapley, the no-hitter, 13 strikeouts, as Hillsborough Central Valley defeated Jamestown by a final of 3-0. Now the starting lineup here for Oaks Post 36. Leading off in pitching, number 30, James Trainer. Trainer batting first in pitching. Batting second in center field, Chris Titus. Titus is batting second in center. Hitting third, the shortstop, Michael Hoisted. Hoisted is hitting third and short. Batting fourth in left field, Zaid Heyer. Heyer is in left field and hitting cleanup. Batting fifth, the catcher, is Brazen Erickson Wyckoff. Erickson Wyckoff is hitting in the number 5 spot and catching. Batting sixth, Chase Fury. He's over at third base. Fury batting sixth at third. Batting seventh and in second base is Noah Wood. Wood is at second base, batting seventh. Hitting eighth, the first baseman, Deegan Rorick. Rorick is batting eighth at second, or at first base. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Joseph Dobitz. Dobitz is batting ninth and DHing for Brox Domini, and he is playing in right field. Now the starting lineup for the Grafton Spoilers, post 41, and they will have Trenton Keenum leading off in center field, and Grazer Burns is batting second and catching. Tony Villarreal is pitching, hitting third. Kyler Drogue is batting in the cleanup spot. He is at first base. Ty Story is batting fifth at second. Kyan Burns is batting sixth at third base. Soren Olson is batting seventh in right field. Brody Littlemone is hitting eighth at short, and Wes Johnson hitting the number 9 spot in left field. Keena, Burns, Villarreal, Drogue, Story, Burns, Olson, Littlemone, and Johnson. The starting lineup for Coach Brian Fike and Grafton Post 41. Again, they are playing their first game, as is Oaks. Oaks out of Region 1, and the Spoilers out of Region 4, went 1-2 in the region tournament, lost twice to Park River. Park River also in this tournament. As we mentioned, we got some great teams in this tournament. First game with Jamestown, Hillsborough Central Valley. Of course, Hillsborough Central Valley is their regular season, high school season. They came in second in Region 2, lost twice in championship round to Thompson, the eventual state champion. And also in this game, Grafton and Oaks. Our next game, Park River and Lisbon, and then wrapping it up with Edgeley and Valley City. And coming up, we'll have the non-starters and starters announced. No anthem here in game number 2, and we'll have that first pitch. We are right on time thanks to an hour and 30-minute game number 1 when you have pitchers that are throwing strikes. As I mentioned, Hapley with 13 strikeouts in that victory in game number 1. Back with more American Legion Baseball. It is the Midsummer Classic, live from Charlie Brown Memorial Field on YouTube. We are just about set, ready to get things underway. And how do you do? Look at that. We're going to be right on time. That's what I'm talking about. Get that first pitch at 2:30. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment here for Grafton around the infield. Kai Burns will be over at third. And the shortstop, Brody Littlemone. At second base, Ty Story. At first base, Kyler Drogue. And the outfield, Wes Johnson in left field. Trenton Kina is in center. Over in right field, Soren Olson. And behind the plate, Crazer Burns. And on the hill, the right-hander, Tony Villarreal. A lot of you Valley City fans will remember him not only from this tournament, playing for Grafton, but part of Mayville State as well. Hard thrower. I don't think he pitched, though, last year when they were here, but played shortstop. They're in their gold tops with the white pants. Oaks in their red tops, sleeveless tops with black undershirts, white pants. Oaks post 36, Grafton post 41. And we are just about set, ready for that first pitch. As James Trainer will step in and lead things off for Oaks to get things underway here. Leading off, top of the first for Oaks, the pitcher, number 30, James Trainer. So Trainer will step in and lead it off here against Tony Villarreal. Bama Moore calling our balls and strikes. Craig Ritchie on the bases. There's a strike, and we're underway. 2:29 first pitch, 70 degrees. First pitch at 2:29, 70 beautiful degrees. So 0-1 on Trainer. And Villarreal swing and a foul by Trainer. No count, no balls, and 2 strikes. Titus and Hoisted. The bat here for the Oaks post 36. Talking with Coach Kelly. He said they don't really have a team name, just post 36. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Trainer down swinging, 1 away. That'll bring up Chris Titus. The center fielder, number 1, Chris Titus. There's a 1 up and 1 down here for Villarreal. And now Titus to the plate. Cole Kelly coaching down in the third base coaching box. The head coach for the post 36. There's a strike call. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Jack Thorpe was helping out with the lineups earlier today. He's the bench coach today. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and hit him. So Titus is hit by a pitch. He's on at first base. Brings up Michael Hoisted. The shortstop, number 23, Michael Hoisted. So Hoisted will step in with a runner at first base, 1 away. As we're in the top half of inning number 1. Just getting started. Game 2 of 4 here today from Charlie Brown. And it's American Legion tournament. 3:30 down the line. Sir Charlie Brown. 385 to the power alleys and left center, right center. About 370 to straightaway center field. Villarreal delivers to Hoisted. Strike on the outside corner. So he had first pitch strike on all 3 batters so far. No balls, 1 strike on Hoisted. The right-hander Villarreal delivers. Slings that one on the outside corner just above the knees, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. With Heyer and Erickson Wyckoff to follow here for Oaks in the first. If they get to that point, Hoisted behind in the count 0-2. And Villarreal delivers, swinging a pop-up. Then it's going to get out of play. Back off to our right. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Hoisted. And Villarreal delivers. Swinging a ground ball down the line and fouled on the third base line. So the count stays at 0-2. Fury making, check that, the Burns making the backhand play, but in foul territory. So the count, 0-2, no balls and 2 strikes. Now Villarreal working here against Hoisted. And the pitch. Onside corner, got strike 3. Strikeout number 2, there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Zayd Heyer. The left fielder, number 19, Zayd Heyer. And a quick throw to first. See if they can catch Titus, who's taken an early lead off, and nothing doing there. Now Heyer to the plate with 2 out and a runner at first. Villarreal delivers. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Villarreal throws hard. Good location. Solid curveball. Good slider. 0-1 the count. And a right-hander delivers. Runner goes. Pitches in the dirt. That's going to get away from the catcher, Erickson Wyckoff, or put against Burns. So it'll be a runner was on the move. So I'm going to give him a stolen base. He was on the move. So Titus now is at second. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Higher. Because he was on the move when that ball got away from catcher Burns. Now Villarreal, the right-hander versus the left-hander Higher. Checks the runner at second and the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a pop-up, and that's going to get out of play off to the left. Fans, if you return foul ball into the concession stand, get yourself that freeze pop. Parents included. A ball and 2 strikes on Higher. Oisted struck out looking. Trainer struck out swinging. Titus hit by pitch, and there's the delivery. Another pop-up left side, foul territory, and that is just going to be out of reach. Great effort there by Burns, the catcher. So, but a foul ball. Now the count of ball and 2 strikes continues here on Higher. Again, when you get a pitcher like a Villarreal, man, if you can get him to throw a lot of pitches, get him into that pitch count, get that clicked up a little bit, that would definitely help your cause. Fouling off as many as you possibly can. A ball and 2 strikes. Villarreal comes to the set, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Number 3, Higher down looking, and that'll retire the side. For Oaks, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Half inning, Oaks nothing, Grafton coming up. This is American Legion Baseball, live on Game Changer. For Oaks in the top of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. As we head to the home half of the first inning, Keena Burns and Villarreal will face the right-hander James Trainer. No scores. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Beautiful day again, 70 degrees game time temperature. Leading off the bottom of the first for Grafton, the center fielder number 3, Trenton Keena. It'll be Keena, Burns, and Villarreal against the right-hander James Trainer. Just wrapped up his senior year for the Tornadoes. There's a strike in the outside corner, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike on Keena. And the pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oaks 5-12 during the high school season. Lost to Northern Cass and Kindred in the Region 1 tournament. There's a strike. Curveball comes across with the letters, 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. And here's the 1-2 pitch, way outside, 2-2. So the count even up now on the right-handed, left-handed hitting Keena. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Low, ball 3. That is a very brave cameraman with a left-handed batter in play down the right field line. If that, that's expensive equipment. And the pitch high, wide, ball 4. So Keena draws the walk. Good at-bat there by Trenton. That'll bring up Cruiser Burns. The catcher, number 7, Cruiser Burns. So Burns, with a runner at first, will step in. Even a right-handed batter, they get a little behind him. Pitch and lines it down the line. Now Burns to the plate with Keenan at first. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the first. No score. And the pitch takes it high for a ball. Throw down to first base. Ooh, nice play. Backhand play there by Rorick to keep that one from going into right field. Now they count 1 ball, no strikes on Cruiser Burns. Burns, he is senior. Takes the pitch high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Wrapping up his senior year for the Spoilers. Well, 4 or 5 seniors on that Grafton team. Here's a fly ball to left field. Higher, he's got a beat on it and makes the catch. That is out number 1, brings up Tony Villarreal. The pitcher, number 2, Tony Villarreal. So Villarreal, a super senior, if you will, or if he came back, gets that extra year of Legion ball with his age after a freshman year with Mayville State. And the runner goes. The pitch is a ball. The throw down to second base is going to go into center field. Keenan with the stolen base is on his way to third, and he is going to hold on there. So that'll be a stolen base and then an error on the throw that allows Keenan to go to third. And it's a 1 ball, no strike count on Villarreal. So runner in scoring position now for Grafton. And the pitch, Villarreal swings and hits a high fly ball deep into right center field. This is going to split the gap, and that's going to get to not quite the wall. Villarreal is at second. He around second. He's flying around. He's on his way to third. Here comes the throw. Not going to be in time. It's an RBI triple by Tony Villarreal. And he hit that one to the deepest part of the ballpark in right center field and gets the RBI triple. And it's 1-0 Grafton. The first baseman, number 17, Kyler Drogue. Now Drogue will come in with a teammate at third. 1 out, 1 in here in the first. Kyler takes a pitch high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Drogue, right-handed batter. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second. Infield in. Speared there by Wood. He'll throw to first for the out. 4-3 on the putout. Keeps Villarreal at third base with the infield up. That'll bring up Ty Story. The second baseman, number 15, Ty Story. So Ty Story with 2 outs and a runner at third base will step in. And the infield will go back to normal depth. And the pitch. Slow curve misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes on Story. Ball behind his backside for the pitcher trainer. Brings it into the glove. Delivers 1-0. Chop foul over by the on-deck circle. Kyan Burns goes after it. So the count even out 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Charlie Brown Field seeing a lot of baseball over these first 2 weeks of June with Babe Ruth, town team, Legion baseball. Already 6 games played on this field this week. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Story. And out of those 6 games, Valley City went 5-1. And the only loss was another Valley City team. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch inside as the Dukes and Kings, the 2 Babe Ruth teams, played one another here on Wednesday. Count even up here on Story. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on, 1 in. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Grafton leading at 1-0. Set by Trainer, and the pitch. On the outside corner, got strike 3. That is going to be the first strikeout for Trainer. That will retire the side. But they pick up 1 run on 1 base hit. There was an error, 1 left. 1 complete. It's Grafton 1, Oaks 0. This is Legion Baseball live on YouTube. For Grafton in the bottom of the first, 1 run. There was 1 base hit. 1 Oaks error, 1 runner left on base. As we head to the top of the second inning, 1-0, Grafton leading. It'll be Braxton, Erickson, Wyckoff, Chase Fury, and Nolan Wood. We'll do bat here against Villarreal. Leading off the top half of the second inning for Oaks, catcher number 37, Braxton, Erickson, Wyckoff. Villarreal had 3 strikeouts and a hit batter in that first inning. Pitch up and in there on Erickson Wyckoff. Wrapped up his sophomore season for the Tornadoes. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch by the righty. Here's a ground ball wrapped out towards second. Story over. Gobbles it up. Flip to first for the out. 4-3 and to put out 1 away. And they'll bring up Chase Fury. Pitcher number 3, Chase Fury. So Fury, with 1 out, will step to the plate. And the pitch on the way. He swings over the top. 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. On the right-handed hitting Chase Fury. Swing and a miss. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Noah Wood to follow here with 1 out. And the pitch, now 2 away. Swing and a miss. Number 4 for Villarreal. 2 away. That'll bring up the second baseman, Noah Wood. The second baseman, number 6, Noah Wood. So with 2 outs now, nobody on. Wood to face Villarreal. Fastball up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Wood with a right-handed batter. And the pitch takes it inside. Not on the spring roster for the Tornadoes. 2 balls and no strikes here on Wood. Villarreal off the first base side of the pitching rubber. Delivers, slings it up there high. Ball 3, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes on Wood. With Deegan Rorick on deck. Hoping to get a chance here. There's a strike called right at the knees, 3-1. Straightaway stance here by Wood. And the 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 inside corner, knee high. And the count now pulled 3-2 on Wood. And Villarreal working quickly, getting in that rhythm. 3-2, ground ball right down the first baseline. Stayed fair the whole way. Grabbed there by Drogue, steps on the bag, 3 unassisted, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across, 3 up, 3 down for Oaks. We head to the bottom of the second. Grafton 1, Oaks nothing. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Kyan Burns will lead things off here for Grafton in the bottom of the second inning against James Traynor, the right-hander. And the pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes. It'll be Burns, Olson, and Little Moan, the 6, 7, and 8 batters here for the Spoilers. Traynor delivers, swing and a miss, 1-1. Traynor had 1 strikeout, 1 walk in the first inning, and that 1 walk scored. Trenton Keena. The 1-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a foul straight back, and the count 1-2. Led off the bottom of the first with a walk, stole second, and one throw went into center field. Went over to third, then came in on Villarreal's triple. A ball and 2 strikes on Kyan Burns. And Trainer delivers inside, misses 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kyan and Bruce Cruiser, the brothers are both seniors. There's a ground ball, now towards short. Hoisted boots it, and that is going to get Burns on. That'll be the second error charge to Oaks. That'll bring up Soren Olsen.
The right fielder, number 6, Soren Olsen.
So, ground ball right at the shortstop Hoisted, and booted it. Second error of the game for Oaks. And now Olsen, as he wrapped up his sophomore year for Grafton. Right-handed batter. Tossed by Trainer over to first, runner back in. We have had sun most of the day, clouds as well. Slight chance of showers, I think, tomorrow. But other than that, the weather this weekend looks to be pretty good for this 3-day tournament. And the pitch, he bunts it. Right side, Trainer has it, look to second. He'll just go to the safe route to first. That'll be 1-3 on the sacrifice, route number 1. And I'll bring up Brody Littlemone.
The shortstop, number 18, Brody Littlemone.
No runner in scoring position now with Burns. And 1 out. Here's Littlemone. And the pitch to him. Swings and chop off the plate. Down the third base line. Grabbed by Trainer. Off balance throw. And in time. Nice play there by Trainer. Nice play, too, by the first baseman, kind of leaning off the bag in Rorick. So there's 2 away. And it'll bring up Wes Johnson.
The left fielder, number 11, Wes Johnson.
So a nifty play there by all involved. And there's 2 away. Burns moves to third. And it's a 2 outs with a runner at third base for Johnson. Trainer misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. On the left-handed hitting Wes Johnson. And there's a strike. And now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, runner at third. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Grafton. And the pitch. Swing hits a fly ball, center field. Coming in, Titus, and it's going to play it on the hop. It's going to be a base hit. And Burns will come in to score to make it 2-0 Grafton. A little flare to center field, and Johnson with the RBI single. And we'll head to the top of the order. And Trenton Keena.
The center fielder, number 3, Trenton Keena.
Keena walked, stole second, went to third on an errant throw, and then scored on Villarreal's triple back in the first inning. And the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So, again, our error helps the Spoilers get a run. Left-hander Keena takes the pitch high for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the left-handed hitting Keena. Set by Trainer. And the pitch. A swing and a miss. He was trying to get that one up into the jet stream with the wind a little bit out towards right field. And nothing doing. So the count, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch misses outside. The count now even up 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a pop. That is going to go out of play. So the count rides along at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. The run in the first inning earned, but this run in the second unearned on the record of Trainer. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. High, full count now, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On the left hand hitting center fielder, Trenton Keena. The right-hander, James Trainer, sets, runner goes, pitch, misses, ball 4. So that is the second walk of the game for Keena. and for Trainer. So runners at first and second for Cruiser Burns.
The catcher, number 7, Cruiser Burns.
So Cruiser Burns will step to the plate. He flew out the left field his first time up. And we'll bat here with 2 mates aboard and 2 out. Here in the second, Trainer delivers on the outside corner for strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Cruiser Burns. Trainer with the curveball, ground ball fouled on the third base line. And the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on the right-handed hitting Cruiser Burns, senior. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up, short right field. It's going to be a tough play, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. That's going to bring Johnson in. Keener at third. He'll stop there. It'll be a bloop double for Burns and an RBI. And Grafton now leads it 3-0. That tough play, a little flare down the right field line. And it is a easy double there for Burns. It'll bring up Tony Villarreal.
The pitcher, number 2, Tony Villarreal.
Villarreal with a triple his first time up at an RBI. 3-0 Grafton here in the second, and the pitch. He grounds it out towards short. Nice hop there for Hoisted to shortstop. Throws it wild, but nice play at first base. No, Rourke couldn't come up with it cleanly. Run's going to come across, and both score. As Rourke could not come up with it cleanly, the throw was on the right field side of the bag. That's going to be another error on the shortstop Hoisted. Both runs score, no RBIs. It'll bring up Kyler Drogue.
The first baseman, number 17, Kyler Drogue.
So it is now 5-0 for Grafton. And Trainer's pitch, little soft flare, right center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Villarreal hustling around second on his way to third. He'll pull in there. Drogue takes the big turn at first and will hang tight. And so now runners at the corners for Grafton. With 2 out, and it'll bring up Ty Story.
The second baseman, number 15, Ty Story.
Those spoilers are batted around here in the second inning. And all of this with 2 out. All of the runs scored with 2 outs this inning. So far 4, and they're up now 5-0. And 2 errors have hurt them. Here's a high fly ball, hit the left field and deep. Going back is higher, still going back to the wall, and this one is off the base of the wall. That's going to score 2, and down to second base is Story with a 2-run double. Trying to make a Willie Mays type catch on left field is higher, and it missed and hit the base of the fence. And Story will pick up the 2-run double, and that makes it now 7-0. That's going to bring Cole Kelly out of the dugout here for Oaks, and he's going to have a chat with Trainer. With 2 outs, the runners could go right off the pitch, and Story nearly hit that one out over the left field fence. So they have batted around here in the second. They have scored 6 runs, all since 2 are out, and lead it now 7-0 as the conference happens on the mound with Coach Cole Kelly. The conversation is over. And they head back to their neutral positions. That'll bring up Kyan Burns.
The third baseman, number 10, Kyan Burns.
Burns started the inning when he reached on an error with his shortstop, Hoisted. And Hoisted has committed 2 errors in the inning. Here's a fly ball again, left field line. And over is higher. He will watch this one fall on the ground in front of the fence. So foul ball, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. So 2 errors in the inning, 3 in the game now for the post 36 or Oaks. Runner at second base is Story. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. This is low and away, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kyan Burns, a right-hander. Again, very relaxed stance at the plate. He swings and skies one out behind second base. Shortstop Hoisted backs up onto the grass and makes the catch, and that will retire the side here in the second inning. But they come up with a 6-spot, 6 runs, and they do it with 4 base hits. There were 2 errors, and they leave a runner at second. At the end of 2 now, your score now reads Grafton 7, Oaks nothing. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube.
In the bottom of the second for Grafton, 6 runs on 4 hits. There are 2 Oaks errors and 1 runner left on base. Leading off the top of the third for Oaks, the first baseman, number 26, Deacon Rorick.
So Deacon Rorick will lead things off here for Oaks in the top half of inning number 3. It'll be the 8-9-1 hitters. Rorick, Dobitz on the top of the order and trainer. Easy for me to say. And Villarreal delivers. Swing and a foul. Really fought that one off as they ran inside on him, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike here on Rorick. Takes a strike inside corner just above the knees, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. And here is the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball down to third. Burns with the looky what I got scoop. Throws to first for the out. 5-3 on the put out, 1 away. That'll bring up Joseph Dobitz.
The designated hitter, number 3, Joseph Dobitz.
So Dobitz, the sophomore, will step to the plate with 1 out. And the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Dobitz hitting for Domini, the right fielder. Check swing, look out. Hits over, and it actually did get into the dugout after it rattled off the chain link fence. So the count, 1 ball and 1 strike on Dobitz. And the right-hander ready to work. Kicks, delivers. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Villarreal with 4 strikeouts. He's only allowed the 1 base runner. That was a hit batter back in the first. The old 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. That's going to be over by the bullpen and off to the right, onto the grassy knoll. And the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Villarreal peers over the glove as he gets his sign, delivering 1-2. Check swing, low and away. 2-2. James Trainer, top of the order, waiting on deck. Villarreal has been in control since he hit the mound. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging, a little grounder wrapped out toward short. Over there is Lilimone, the throw to first for the out. 6-3 on the putout. Quickly 2 up and 2 down. They bring up James Trainer.
The pitcher, number 30, James Trainer.
Trainer struck out swinging his first time up. So 4 ground ball outs, 4 strikeouts for Villarreal. And into the line, working here against Trainer. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Games like this with the ground balls and strikeouts, your outfield has a tendency to maybe fall asleep. Center fielder Keena is playing way over towards right center. There's a ground ball right back up the middle, knocked down on the backhand by Villarreal. He throws the first on the flip for the out. 1-3 on the putout, and that'll retire the side. 3 up and 3 down, nothing across for Oaks. We head to the bottom of the third, 7-0 advantage to Grafton. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube.
For Oaks in the top of the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base.
So Soren Olsen will lead things off. Bottom third of the order coming up here for the Spoilers as they bat in the home half of the third. Leading at 7-0 against James Trainer. And the right-hander delivers. Olsen takes it down and in. Ball one. Olsen had a sacrifice bunt back in the second inning. And James into the wind. The pitch is high. Ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Trainer on the 7-1's just 1 earned, and that was in the first inning. The 2-0 pitch. He swings a little soft liner and dropping in for a base hit. Olsen, a little flare into left center field, drops it in for a base hit. That is going to be hit number 6 for Grafton. It'll bring up Brody Littlemone.
The shortstop, number 18, Brody Littlemone.
Littlemone bounced off pitcher to first, his first time up. So 6 hits in the game now here for the Spoilers. And the pitch in the dirt, blocked there behind home plate by catcher Erickson Wyckoff. So the count 1 ball, no strikes. Right-handed hitting Littlemone. And the pitch. Slow curve in for a strike at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we got 2 veteran officials and umpires that are joining us here from Fargo, and Bama Moore and Craig Ritchie. There's a ground ball wrapped out towards second. There's a flip to second there. Hoisted return throw. Again, it's wide and gets away from the first baseman, Rorick. And down is second. Here comes the throw, and that's not going to be in time. So they will get the lead runner 4-6. And then Littlemone will get to second on the error. You will get there for reaching second base. So now runner at second base for Wes Johnson.
Left fielder, number 11, Wes Johnson.
That is the 3rd error on the shortstop Hoisted. So now runner at second, and the pitch. Here's a high pop-up, right side. Foul territory, Rorick, and he makes the play. That is out number 2. We head to the top of the order, and Trenton Keena.
The center fielder, number 3, Trenton Keena.
Keena has walked twice, scored twice. So already the 3rd time through the order, and we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Another left-hander here in Keena, facing the right-hander Trainer. And the pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. On the left-hander hitting Keena. And a spin move, throw to second. Back in is the runner, Littlemone. Now Trainer sets behind the count, 1-0 the pitch. Keena takes it on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch misses for a ball. And the left-hander Keena ahead here, 2-1. Hitters count, the pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Littlemone takes a walking lead off second, and the pitch swung on, fouled on the right field line. That scatters some fans down the right field line. A good crowd on hand on a beautiful Friday afternoon here in Valley City. 2-2 the count, 2 out. Runner at first is Littlemone. And Trainer delivers. There's a flat shot to right field, and on the move, making the running catch is Dominique for out number 3. That'll retire the side. No runs, a hit. 1 error, 1 left. We head to the 4th, and your score, it is Grafton 7, Oaks nothing. This is Legion Baseball live on YouTube. So Chris Titus will lead things off here for post 36 as we head to the top of the fourth inning. 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Grafton. 0-4 for Oaks. Titus, the lone base runner so far for Oaks, as he was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. And the pitch on the way. And guess what? He gets it twice. Villarreal's got a vendetta against him, apparently. That is 2 hit batters, and he has been plunked twice. That'll bring up Michael Hoisted.
The shortstop, number 23, Michael Hoisted.
Hoisted struck out looking his first time through. Villarreal has struck out 4. 2 looking, 2 swinging. So that's why we can't have nice things. No balls and 1 strike. Just kick the dust off that donut and give it to me. No balls and 1 strike. And a toss over to first base, and Titus back in. Hoisted and Higher, the 2 that struck out looking. Trainer and Fury struck out swinging. 1-1 pitch. There's a shot to center field. And drifting over is Kina. And he's there. And he was shading over towards right center. And makes the play. The ball hung up for him. 1 away. That'll bring up Zane Higher.
Left fielder, number 19, Zane Higher.
Higher struck out looking back in the first. So 1 out. And a runner at first base. 40 pitches now for Villarreal. Both bullpens are quiet. There's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Number 19, Zane Higher. And the 0-1 pitch. Fought that one off. Fists it to the screen. And it's 0-2. That was an inside-out swing and right off the knuckles, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and the left-handed hitting Higher. And Villarreal sets. Here it comes, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Number 5 for Villarreal. That is out number 2. That'll bring up Braxton Erickson Wyckoff.
The catcher, number 37, Braxton Erickson Wyckoff.
Wyckoff grounded out second to first. And that brings Erickson Wyckoff to the plate with 2 out, 1 on. Villarreal delivers, misses wide, ball 1. And no walks to go with those 5 strikeouts for Tony. But he has plunked 2 batters, both Chris Titus. Here's the 1-0 pitch, throw over, and Titus back in. Park River, Lisbon, our 3rd game today. First pitch scheduled for 5 o'clock, and we are right now right on time after a nice hour and 30-minute game 1. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. And Villarreal dealing here in game 2, keeping things at a nice pace. 1 ball, 1 strike on Erickson Wyckoff with 2 out. Titus takes his lead off first. And the pitch. A little flare out towards right, and overdrove, grabbed by the second baseman, and he is not going to have any play. That's a little flare base hit. That one's just out of the reach of Kyler Grogg. And the second baseman came over. Story had it, but didn't really have a play. So now runners at first and second, and that'll bring up Fury.
Third baseman, number 3, Jace Fury. Now running at first base, number 22, Tristan Peterson.
So Tristan Peterson now is running over at first as a courtesy runner for the catcher. And now Villarreal will face Fury. And he was about ready to bail. And the pitch misses inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Fury struck out swinging back in the second inning. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Swinging a foul off to the right. The count is even up now on Fury. Titus, the runner at second. Curtis runner Peterson is at first. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. 7-0 Grafton. And here's the pitch. Swinging another foul. This one off to the right of the press box. And the count rides along at a ball and 2 strikes on Fury. Villarreal holds the ball in that meat hand as he peers in for the side. And the 1-2 pitch. Strike three called, letter high. That is going to be strikeout number 6 for Villarreal and will retire the side. No runs a hit, no errors, 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Grafton 7, Oaks nothing. This is Legion Baseball live on YouTube.
For Oaks in the top of the 4th, no runs, 1 hit. No Grafton errors, 2 runners left on base.
Cruiser Burns will lead things off here for post 41. Grafton batting in the bottom of the 4th, leading 7-0. And James Traynor, the right-hander, on his 58th pitch, a ground ball right side. And nice diving stop at second. That's going to be a base hit. Nice play, though, over at second base by Wood, but Burns with an infield hit. Hit number 7 for Grafton will bring up Tony Villarreal.
The pitcher, number 2, Tony Villarreal.
Villarreal is an RBI triple and reached on an error, scored a run. And so he will step in with a runner at first base. Traynor, throw to first, and the throw gets by the first baseman, Rorick. Burns on his way to second, and there will be no throw. And that'll be an error on Traynor. That is error number 5 on Oaks. So now runner in scoring position with Villarreal. And time called, and Burns coming up hobbling a little bit. So he is. So we're going to have an injury timeout. And that's going to be number 4 coming in to run. As Easton Hansel will come in and run now for Burns. Let's hope it is just a little tweak. As he's walking a little bit better as he comes off. So Hansel now running.
Now running at second base, number 4, Easton Hansel.
So Easton Hansel will take over at second base. Burns walking a lot better now as he flexes that right leg. And he will head into the dugout. So Hansel now the courtesy runner, and the pitch is high, ball 1. In Villarreal, 1 for 2, a run scored, an RBI. Traynor sets and delivers 1-0 on the outside corner, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tony Villarreal back for his super senior year, if you will, as a Legion player. After a year up in Mayville State, there's a swing and a foul, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the right-handed hitting, Tony Villarreal. The set and the pitch. Swinging ground ball to short. Hoisted gobbles this one up, throws across. Nice play there. Again, time for the out. 6-3 on the put out, 1 away. That'll bring up Kyler Drogue.
The first baseman, number 17, Kyler Drogue.
Drogue is grounded out and singled, scored a run. Down to third base goes Hansel. And Bill Drogue with a base hit to left field. Goes after the first pitch and finds a hole on the left side and comes up with the RBI single. And it's now 8-0 Grafton. That'll bring up Ty Story.
The second baseman, number 15, Ty Story.
Story struck out looking, and then a 2-run double in the second. Drogue, the runner at first, now with 1 in, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch blown away, ball 1, 8-0. Grafton leading. And the pitch by Trainer misses wide. Trainer sets behind in the count, 2-0, delivers wide, 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes on Story with Kyan Burns waiting on deck. Grafton batting in the bottom of the fourth, leading 8-0. They have out-hit Oaks 8-1. Oaks with 5 errors. And the pitch misses, ball 4. So Story with the free pass. That is going to be walk number 3 by Trainer. And it'll bring up Kyan Burns. But not before. Catcher Erickson Wyckoff is going to go out and have a chat with him.
The third baseman, number 10, Kyan Burns.
So runners at first and second for Grafton. And Burns reached on an error and popped out. We'll step in here with 2 men aboard. And the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Bullpen is quiet for both teams right now. We're in the bottom of the fourth. And Trainer, 1-0 pitch, swinging a foul right out the end of the bat. And it's now 1 ball, 1 strike. Soren Olsen waits on deck for Grafton. 1 run across here. They lead 8-0. Drogue, an RBI single. He is at second. Story is at first after the walk. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a chop out towards short. Hoisted. High bounce and goes off his glove into short left field. Drogue around third. He's going to come in to score. Story will go to third. And we have runners at the corners, and it's now 9-0. High chopper. And well, I think that might be an error again on Hoisted. Even though it took a high chop, but he went up and went off the glove and into left field.
The right field, number 6, Soren Olsen.
Boy, Hoisted is having a rough day. Now you have runners at the corners. Olsen has a sacrifice bunt and a base hit. 9-0 now, advantage to Grafton. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. When they take those high hops like that, and as a bad hop, you can have a case for saying it's a bad hop single, but yeah, but tall shortstop, and here's a liner into center field, and on his knees, nice sliding catch in center field there by Titus. That is out number 2. Nice play there by Titus. 2 away. That'll bring up Brody Littlemone.
The shortstop, number 18, Brody Littlemone.
That was hit on the nose by Olsen, and Titus with a nice sliding catch in shallow left center field. So 2 away, runners at the corners. Now Littlemone is grounded out and reached on an error. 6 errors here by Oaks in this one. And the pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Trainer delivers ground ball right back to Trainer. He knocks it down, rolls out in front of second base. The throw, and nice play. Hoisted stayed with it all the way and got the out 6. That'll be a 1-6-3 putout of Littlemone and retire the side. For Grafton, they come up with 2 runs on a couple of base hits. There are a couple of errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. 4 complete. Your score now reads Grafton 9, Oaks nothing. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube.
For Grafton at the bottom of the fourth, 2 runs, 2 hits. There are 2 Oaks errors and 2 runners left on base.
Well, Noah Wood will lead things off here. The bottom third of the order coming up for Oaks, facing Tony Villarreal, who is at an even 50 pitches through 4 innings. 6 strikeouts, 2 hit batters, the same guy, no walks. Now Wood, he reached or grounded out first base unassisted. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike on Noah Wood. And the pitch, slider in for a strike. Villarreal just in that groove. Gets the ball, rocks, fires 0-2, and got him. It hit him in the sleeve. So Wood is hit by a pitch. That is the third hit batter by Villarreal. And that'll bring up Deegan Rorick.
The first baseman, number 26, Deegan Rorick.
Now Deegan Rorick, who is grounded to third. And only 1 fly ball out today. 6 strikeouts. 4 ground ball outs. That pitch misses low and away, ball 1. And then the 1 fly ball out that happened in the 4th. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Up and in for a ball, thrown on to first, runner back in. 2 balls and no strikes on Deegan Rorick. And Joseph Dobitz waiting on deck for Oaks. And the pitch on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner leads off first is Wood, and the 2-1 pitch. High pop-up, right side, foul territory. Drogue looks, he's got room, right in front of the Oaks bench and makes the catch. He's not going to get a lot of help from that side of the field. That is out number 1, and it'll bring up Joseph Dobitz.
The designated hitter, number 3, Joseph Dobitz.
Dobitz is grounded to short in his only at-bat. Finishing out the second time through the order here for Oaks as we're in the top of the 5th inning. Villarreal has given up the 1 hit. There's a strike call, just belt high in the outside corner, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike on Dobitz. Park River, Lisbon coming up next, scheduled for 5, swing and a miss. So we are a little ahead of schedule as far as things right now. I just hope I didn't jinx us. This game got started right on time at 2:29. No balls and 2 strikes on Dobitz. And the pitch, swinging a ground ball, knocked down by Villarreal. He's got time, side flip to first for the out. 1-3, now the runner's going to try to get to third. They got him in a pickle. They run him back to third, and he is out. That'll go 3-6-5 on the putout of Wood. Trying to take that extra base, and that will retire the side here in inning number 5. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the 6th. 9-0 Grafton. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube.
For Oaks, in the top of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base.
So defensive changes and pitching change here for the Tornadoes, or for post 36, as more is appropriate. As the trainer is now out, and the new pitcher is Brooks Domini. And going out to right field is Jack Thorpe.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for Grafton, left field number 11, Wes Johnson.
So Wes Johnson, it'll be the 9-1-2 batters coming up here. Johnson, Keena, and Burns to bat against Domini. And the right-hander delivers. He hit him. So he hits Johnson to get things started here. And he is on first base for Trenton Keena.
The center fielder number 3, Trenton Keena.
Keena's walked twice, scored twice, flied to right. So Trainer goes 4 innings, 9 hits, 9 runs, only 1 earned, walked 3, struck out 1. And totaled 74 pitches. There's a swing and a foul. Up and I think that might have even gone over the fence and onto the street. No balls and 1 strike here on Keena. With Johnson, the runner at first, takes his lead. Set and Dominique delivers low and outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Trenton Keena. And the pitch. Swing and a foul. Look out. That one whistles over the back, the smaller fence in the backstop. And a count now, a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first base, Johnson, a leadoff hit batter. And a 1 ball, 2 strike count on Keena. And the pitch. He'll slice that one to left field for a base hit. So Keena goes opposite field and picks up the base hit. Moving to second base is Johnson. And it'll bring up Cruiser Burns.
The catcher number 7, Cruiser Burns.
So Burns looking no worse for the wear. Came out limping his last at-bat, but he will step to the plate. 2 for 3, couple of runs, 1 run scored. And an RBI double back in the second inning. Way outside, nice backhanded stop there by Erickson Wyckoff, the catcher. And a count, 1 ball and no strikes. Set by Domini, and a knee-high strike, 1-1. 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Grafton, 0-1-6 for Oaks. There's a ground ball out towards short and into center field, a base hit. Here's Johnson around third. He's being waved in, and the throw is going to be wide. He will score, and that's going to be the game. So a base hit by Bruns into center field. Keena comes all the way around to score, and that makes it 10-0, and that is your final. Johnson will end up at third. So an RBI single by Burns, and that will end this one. So in the inning, it was 1 run on 2 base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Your final score is Grafton 10 and Oaks nothing. Back with your totals. This is American Legion Baseball live on YouTube. Well, the final totals in this one, 10 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Grafton Spoilers. No runs, 1 hit, and 6 errors for Oaks. Winning pitcher in this one will be Tony Villarreal. Again, he was in control from the get-go. 5 innings, 1 hit, no walks, 6 strikeouts. Did hit 2 batters, actually hit the same batter, Titus, twice. Actually hit 3 batters, but Titus twice. Did not walk anybody, and he struck out 6 here today. Losing pitcher will be James Trainer, 4 innings, 9 hits, 9 runs, 1 earned. And and that was in the first inning, and he walked 3, struck out 1. And Brooks Dominy, he went the 5th inning, did not get an out, gave up a couple of hits, 1 run earned, no walks or strikeouts, and he did hit a batter. So again, they got 1 run in the first inning, did Grafton, and an RBI triple by Villarreal. They plated 6 more in the second. Burns had an RBI double, a 2-run double by Sorley, an RBI single by Johnson, and a run scored on an error. They added 2 more in the 4th inning, RBI single by Drogue, and a run scoring on an error. And then they got the run in the 5th on the RBI single by Burns here this afternoon. So they are now going to move on, 1-0 record. They'll take on Hillsborough Central Valley at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in the semifinals. Oaks 0-1 on the season. Next up for them, they'll take on Jamestown, and that will be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. in the consolation semifinals. So again, a final look at that line score: 1 run in the first, 6 in the second, 2 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. 10, 10, and 0 for Grafton, 0, 1, and 6 for Oaks. Villarreal, the winning pitcher. Trainer is a losing pitcher. No home runs. And time of the game in this one, a tidy 1 hour and 4 minutes. 1 hour and 4 minutes for your time of game. Our next game coming up here at 5 o'clock. It will be the Park River taking on the Park River Pirates. Will take on Lisbon. That's a 5 o'clock first pitch. That'll be our next game right back here on the VCBA streaming channel here on YouTube. We'll be back at Charlie Brown Field at 5.